Yeah,
Yeah, I think I was just gonna double check to make sure. I
awesome.
think
Yeah.
I have it as yep. I can only say do not allow. Okay, Zach's asking for help. I'll be back.
Okay, cool. All right. Um, so I think Blythe, were you here during the first backend meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And remind me your name. E Emugire.
Ethan.
Ethan. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't change for some reason.
Were you at the first backend meeting?
We.
Okay, I know enough French to understand that. Cool. When we basically just talked about how we will use Node. I think it's probably going to be it for people.
Yo, did you ever end up telling Zach that we're gonna use Node?
Yeah. We talked about it.
All right.
Yeah. So speaking of, how familiar are you guys with JavaScript? Not. Okay.
So, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. All right. Okay. So
I heard when you mentioned it last time.
What I was gonna do today, I had in mind last night, might be a bit far reaching for today. I don't know if you guys saw in the Slack, but I posted a video, just basically like a 5-minute screen cap of pretty much how easy it is to set up a Node server and get stuff running. So I was gonna run with that today, but I think, would you guys want to just see like some basic JavaScript stuff instead? Like kind of get more familiar with it?
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good, at least for me.
Okay, cool. Cool. So I will do that then. All right. Don't worry about this. Is source code of a package that is super annoying. All right. So first of all, I have used JavaScript in HTML, but it's not my strong suit. So I take it you guys are more familiar with like Python and stuff, right? Because Node is basically like the JavaScript Python, in that you don't really deal with the front that much. Like you're always in like this kind of looking area. So you will need Node installed, and to check you can do Node V, and if nothing pops up, or you get like there no command Node, you should look into how to install that on your operating system. So that's just one thing that you can check now and worry about later if it's not already there. If you do have Node, the most basic form of Node there is to just press Node and you get this, what's called a REPL. It's basically just like a shell for Node. In JavaScript, the kind that we're going to focus on a lot, we have access to the console. And console is going to be super important for debugging. And as you can see, there's a bunch of options in gray there. But the very first Node program, like any Python program or any programming language, is hello world. Console.log hello world. And there we go, hello world. We can also, this is a little heady, but I just found out about this recently. You could also do console.console, and you can see that what console is made of under the hood, as it were. And there are apparently a lot of cool tricks you can do with this that I'm not, that good at. But I digress. And to get out of the Node console, we just do Control-C, Control-C. So Control-C twice. But we actually want to make an app, right? And as good as that is, it's kind of like using the Python interactive shell. So if we have a JS file, index.js, we can run that with Node. So I will have to cd into that Node folder. And now if we do console.log, hello world. Oh, right. C like syntax. So you got to have your semicolons. And now if we do node index.js, hello world. All right. So that's super basic, but does anyone have any questions so far? Like maybe what C like syntax means or not? So far, so good? Cool.
What is it that you did? Like on the, like when you typed in hello world, where did that go?
In this part or this part?
The bottom part over there of the terminal, and then the top part of the actual, I guess, line 1.
Okay, so so console is basically console.log is basically print in Python. And it will log it to what is called the console. So JavaScript or Node is, I think, is built off of like the same engine that Google Chrome uses. That might be like slightly less than factual, but it's something like that. And so this is Chrome opened up right now. And we see we have in the, if we press F12 and get this whole inspection panel, we have a console here. And that's basically where your console.log stuff would go. But because it's Google, they are not going to keep all that console.log stuff. Stuff in the chat. Yeah. So it's like the CLI, command line interface. Now there's, I think we can type in Google's console. And it'll just give us what's up. So it's like, so JavaScript was originally built for web browsers, like to be used in a web browser. And it's actually pretty recent that it was moved over to an environment similar to Python in like a CLI shell interface where it could control backend and stuff like that. It has taken over a lot. But yeah, so basically console.log what's up is going here. And we can also, just to illustrate further that it's like Python's print statement, we could also put, 2 + 2 here, and it'll give us 4. And here, if we print console.log console, now we get even more insight into what all of the console is. But this is getting a little bit too into it for an introductory thing. I think it's just fair and good enough to like show you that that's there. But what console is an object, a JavaScript object, which we will also get into. Did that help out?
That was perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. All right, what next? This was a pretty, oh, snap. I was going to record. Wait, I am recording. Am I recording? Yes, I'm recording.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right. Okay, so there are, and we can create variables in JavaScript, obviously, and JavaScript has 3 different kinds of variables. It's not like Python where you do, I guess you don't cast them in Python. It's not like Java where you would do int j, it's JavaScript will interpret the variable for you, which is really cool and sometimes quirky. Oh, var is also one. Yeah, so =1. Then there's var var1 equals 2 and const var3 equals some string. Okay. So now if we console.log, and let's make let's make an array for fun. Whoops. 0 index the array or the variables. Got you. Okay. And so we didn't have to typecast these, but we also can't just say var 0 equals 1. So that's going to be the difference between, or a difference between Java and JavaScript and Python and JavaScript. So one thing you might be wondering is like, where would you use each of them? And to be honest, I'm not always sure of the right answer, but for the most part, what I do is I just use let for variables that aren't going to be like constants, but like constants I will define at the top up here. If I'm like, okay, a good example would be a port number. So like in our server, we're going to be listening on a port, and that port number is going to be constant. We're not going to change the port number. So that's one area where I'd use const instead of let. Okay, so still basic stuff, but I recommend following along maybe a little bit. Stop me with questions at any point. Arrays, very similar to Python. Okay, so what else? So from there, we could probably go to functions and then objects. So with JavaScript functions, there are actually lots of ways to define them. But the most basic is similar to, I'm just assuming everyone's very familiar with Python at this point. This is like def function name arguments, same deal. So function, and in JavaScript, we usually use the camel case convention. So arg0, arg1. And then because it's a C-like syntax, it just means we use curly braces. Because it is C-like syntax, though, we don't really need to be conscious of indentation, although it does look nice. So put that. VS Code is really good about JavaScript files, though. So let's just call this add return arg0. Oh, this is actually going to be a good example. Oh, did I put comma? Okay. All right, so that must look familiar. So we can put in our console.log add, and I mean, obligatory 2 + 2. Or you know what? Okay. What happened? var1 is not defined because I deleted it. So let's just silence that.
By the way, nobody said nice.
I know you guys are mostly muted, so like I just imagine a little chuckle in the background. Oh snap, we get not a number. Why are we getting not a number? Oh, because we did 6 + 9 instead of 6, 9 because it's arguments.
Darn it.
Yeah, so JavaScript will be quirky like this, and it like doesn't always throw an error, but it doesn't always give you what you want. 15, perfect. Okay. So what I was going to do next was demonstrate that JavaScript is a weakly typed language as opposed to a strongly typed language. And what that means is that it tries its best to interpret different types of variables as one kind of. So people in Java are super familiar with casting, because you have to cast to make anything work. But in Python, you can't. Like if you were to add a integer plus a string, you would get a type error. Whereas in Node, if you were to add an integer and a string, it would work it out for you. So this is the difference between a strongly typed and a weakly typed language. I don't like that guy, so I'm gonna have to change it to. Okay, there we go. And so now if we run index.js again, 69 undefined again because of the comma.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. All right. 69. Okay. So we could also get into that, all the not a number stuff, but I think kind of the gist of that, and we'll probably see this a lot as we go on, is if it can't really interpret it, it'll give you some weird stuff like either not a number or undefined. And that it's like a JavaScript meme, people dealing with those. All right. One thing to note, we can also assign functions to variables, which I don't know, sometimes you would like to do, but we'll get into all that stuff later, because one thing that Node is, and JavaScript in general is based off of, is the idea of events and listeners. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Real quick, before we get into that part, because that's actually exciting. But here, last thing about some basic JavaScript is, let's go with, yeah. Okay, so JavaScript has objects, and they can be created in different ways, but really what a JavaScript object is just something that looks like this. So if I say Git equals name, Git, how old are you? Or how old do you want us to think you are?
50.
21.
50? I hear 50.
Yeah, that's fine.
Git from the future.
Fuck. 50 is fine. I'll take it.
And then what's one interesting thing about you?
I have like an IQ of 250 or 200.
IQ.
Wait, did you need like a string?
No, okay, it's good that you said a number, because
Yeah,
actually,
so.
yeah, good call with that. And then we can also do students false. What do you think that this kind of looks like? What are you guys familiar with in another programming language that this looks like? You got some keys and you got some values and they're in pairs.
Dictionary.
Hey, what's up? Dictionary. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let geets equal all that stuff. And now what we can do is print different stuff about geet. His name's Geet. I wonder, can log take additional arguments? I just want to see. I haven't tried this before, right? Yep, it could take as many arguments as we need. We don't need to use an array. Okay. But what we have to do is we have to put Geet, dot whatever field we want. Yeah, there we go. We could also put like, name equals Geet to make it actually readable. And then if we wanted to, we could add that to these guys. Another way you're going to make an object is with a constructor, which is kind of like defining a class in Python. So I think it's shoot. I think it's just function person, and then we can take name, age as arguments, and so JavaScript just kind of knows what to do here. It knows that this will be an object and not a function. It's a function that makes an object. And notice that we're using, what's this little guy here? Maybe convert it to a class. Let's see, what's the quick fix for that? Oh yeah, that's I don't think that's always been an option to do it exactly like that. I like that though. But you do also see that in some JavaScript frameworks. But anyway, now let's just make Ethan name and age.
25.
I guess I already got name. Yeah, Ethan. You said 25?
Yes, sir.
Okay, dope. I'm 26. We're almost there.
I'm actually 18.
Oh, you got me.
Yes, sorry.
Oh,
It's okay.
undefined.
I'm the oldest guy here, so you're young.
Let's see. Why is this happening? Oh, maybe I did it wrong. That's entirely possible. Constructors. No, that's what it says. Oh, there it is. Okay, and now when we do Ethan, we see his type and his fields. And oh, there's so much to get into. Okay. So what next? We got 7 minutes. What do you guys have anything in particular you want to hear? Do you want to take a look at what like this means? Oh, also,
Yeah.
I should probably ask, did anyone watch the video that I posted like around noon today? It's totally fine if you didn't. I made it last night. Okay, I'm gonna take that as
No.
yeah. So yeah, basically I can kind of go over what this stuff will mean and what we're gonna do with it. Because really, I think the one thing you guys haven't seen is this here. So I'll go ahead and kind of go through what this is and what it's doing.
Do you want to probably talk about like the interactions and stuff?
Interactions.
Yeah.
Do
Or
you
is
mean
that like not necessary?
the requests?
No, like alert and prompt and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Well, oh yeah, those are right. Because of the whole events.
Yeah, exactly.
Callback thing. Yeah. So in JavaScript, so what happens when a browser is running? It's running a loop, an event loop, and in other words, like while true, you check for events. That's essentially what it's doing. And an event is a click. An event is, did your mouse even move? Are you hovering over something in particular? Did the second change on the clock? So it's like constantly like listening for these events. I should probably let's see. So like on alert is an event. And what that does is that it Google knows to just print this because we gave it the argument. Like it has something that says on.alert and then a function passed into it. And that function is called a callback function. And that function is what called this little pop-up menu to appear, or what made this pop-up menu appear. So basically what you need to know is a callback function is a function that is waiting on an event. And in web browser JavaScript, it like a common one is on click. So I think if we have this open, oh, this might actually be a really good thing to do. So this is HTML. One cool trick I want to show you guys in VS Code is if you have an HTML file and you press exclamation mark, enter, it just gives you all the boring stuff that you don't want to have to type out by hand. So we're going to just do that. This is like literally all that I had before I deleted it.
That is freaking outstanding.
What?
That it just autofills everything in the perfect like format.
Yeah, and this is like the stuff that you don't want to type. You don't want to type HTML, head, body, closing tags. No, you don't want to type anything.
They don't have that for JavaScript or .js files?
You don't need anything like this for JavaScript.
Okay.
This is HTML.
Yeah. So what this is just like it's a very basic setup of an Express app, but like it at that point it's too custom to do anything. This is just so ubiquitous and annoying, like leftover from webmaster times, that
Can
is
you customize the boilerplate? Like, how do you want it based on like the exclamation mark shortcut?
probably. I mean, maybe that might be an extension.
True. Yeah.
Anyway, so in the last little bit, we have a form, and then we have, no, we don't even need a form. We could just have a button. Crap, I don't do a lot of HTML, so forgive me for being a little slow on this. If anyone knows the button syntax.
Button. That's it.
I think it's
It
just
doesn't
button,
even have a
yeah.
closing. It doesn't even need a closing thing. I mean, you can have it, but
Oh yeah,
It's
because
just
otherwise it's just like click me or something like that, isn't it?
Mhm.
Whatever. Button, and then you want ID equals btn whatever, and I think, yeah, so even here you can create, yeah, on click, and then we'll leave that blank for now. Make a script tag, which is how you put JavaScript into HTML. What this does is that JavaScript reads the DOM, or document objects, the model, and it basically makes an object out of every open closing tag you have. Kind of creates a tree of it too, because as you can see, like some are nested within others. Anyway, it has access to all that, but even more simply, we can just do clicked, and I think, I don't even think we need an argument there, because basically clicked will be the callback function. Oop. And now what we can do is have some paragraph with a number here. Almost good. X equals. This is kind of rough, but so we can do. Oh shit. Get element document dot get
Fuck.
element, but you good, dude?
Very passionate about JS.
Yeah, super. And then get element by ID, and then we can do dot. Actually, no, because that's not the element we're getting. We're getting ID equals demo. We can even get rid of the 0 here for now. Inner HTML equals X, and then we can do X++.
You can also use confirm, like instead of making your own. That's fine. Never mind.
No, wait. What's up? I don't know this. It could be.
You can also use confirm. That's like a function which gives OK and cancel. So if you hit OK, it'll like do something else, and if you hit cancel, it'll do something else.
Got you. Okay. So hopefully this will work. Now, how are we going to see this? I guess we could just open it in a browser first off, instead of running the app. So it's not working, but we can also see what's not working. Maybe not. Huh. Anyone have any ideas? Get element dot inner. Oh. There we we go. Hopefully. There we go. Not super savvy on HTML, if you guys couldn't tell. All right. And now, instead of just having, you see how it's just like a file. Oh, I guess we're opening it in web preview, which is a service, so it's not really a good demonstration. But basically, what the point of the video I posted is that we takes super short amount of time to make this app that just runs, listening on port 11235. Bonus points to anyone who can guess what that number means or what that number is. And then we go to localhost. I'll type that out. :11235. And we see our website. We're running that on our own server. Yo, okay. I know that was like a shit ton of information. But yeah, so that's the hour. Does anyone want to talk about what we're gonna do with this, or do you have any questions, thoughts, opinions? Is this a little bit too much or not?
No, it was good to see kind of the basics of at least some of the beginning elements of it. So it's good to get some ideas on how everything worked.
Okay, cool.
Was good.
Dope. So I hope that later. So I'll try to post some tutorial videos this week. I've just been absolutely swamped with homework, but it's a little lighter this week, so I should have some time for that. And then we'll kind of talk about what this all means and what is happening in this Express app. Because it's a lot simpler than Flask, I'll tell you that much.
Where does 11235 come from? Is that like Brooklyn thing?
No.
That's what came up.
It's the first 5 digits in the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I name
Damn.
all my ports like that. So the next one is 2358, and after that, you're starting to get into double digits with 235811, and so on and so on.
Okay, that's very smart.
It's dumb, but in a
Flex
different way.
actually.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, that's like the 2000 character of the pi number. It's similar.
Right?
but-
Yeah. No, it all has meaning, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, who does anyone watch Archer?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? I'm obsessed with that show. But sometimes they will have codes up on the screen, like Krieger has some code up on the screen, and it's actually oh, sorry, Ahmed, I just saw your zoom in thing. And those codes are actually hexadecimal values. So sometimes there are hidden messages if you decode those hexadecimal values. The only one I've done gave me a really weird message.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, but the message was the exact, oh, maybe I even have it in a file somewhere.
That sounds like Gravity Falls.
It sounds like what, fools?
No, there's this kid show called Gravity Falls. That's similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like secret stuff in there. Let's see, what's Scratch? Nope. I have a picture on my Snapchat, but it's hard to, post that up onto a webcam. But anyway, so the exact text was, whoops, that's just to you, Ahmed. demand phlegm rides. And what was strange was that it was partially coherent, but you don't know what it means. And so that's just some cool stuff.
You know which season that was?
Yeah, so that was actually, I want to say season 6.
You translated it right.
Yeah, but they were doing it apparently in the early seasons more, and so I would have to go back and watch. Let me see if I can just real quick find it on my Snapchat.
There's a thing on Reddit, and it's like a random video, like block colors. Season
Here's
6.
Hulu's console log, by the way. If you guys, you can see a bunch of web pages console logs if you just open up the inspect tool. But anyway, so let's go to, how do we get to a different episode? Season 6, episode 2.
The following isn't.
And it was around, oh, can't fast forward after the break.
You're gonna make a YouTube video copyright claim.
Oh, damn it. Well, I'll cut this part out. Okay, and so it's okay. Yeah, you can even see it a little bit in the background there. Okay, just got shot in the back. Give us, Lana needs to move.
Is it all blacked out for you guys too?
Oh, it's blacked out for you? That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Yeah, it's blacked out for me. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So I can't even take a screenshot of it.
Shit,
It blacks out on my
that's
screen.
kind of insane.
You block it out, I think. from
Yeah,
the-
no,
Oh, oof.
Is that really the case?
I
I
think
guess
so.
it is. Hold up.
I thought people did like Netflix and Hulu watch parties.
yeah, that's
Yeah, but I think people have services for that now. Anyway, so this is my screen currently, and you can kind of see if I stop sharing. Oh, come on.
It's demand fluoride, by the way.
The what?
I found it on Reddit. It says it's demand fluoride, like the chemical.
Demont.
Oh, fluoride?
Yeah,
demand fluoride, like the stuff in toothpaste.
yeah. Just saw it, checked on Reddit, and
Oh,
it's not fluoride, it's fluoride.
maybe I mistranslated, but just take my word for it that those are hexadecimal values.
Did you guys see the NASA, like the parachute had a
Yeah.
message in it?
No.
Dude, holy fuck, wait, hold on, let me send it. Fuck, where's it?
Oh, yeah, maybe I did mess up when I was retyping 2 of the characters then.
Probably, yeah.
Demand
Okay,
sound.
check. Okay, check this link out. Chris, how many displays do you have? Do you have 2 or 3?
I have 3.
3, okay.
I have this little 1, 2 that's on an arm, and I can like, it's touchscreen.
Oh, nice. You have a touch.
Yeah,
It's on a
Dude, I saw
bar?
this small thing, which is like a portable display thing. It's similar to that. I low-key want to get it.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Dude.
dude, that's kind of cool as fuck, actually.
it was a COVID time decision, early COVID decision, to just
No,
trick
that's
out
a
my-
very good decision.
What, to just touch more surfaces?
Fair. You got
Okay,
me.
check that link out. You'll see
Yeah.
it.
Well, I had it open like right before you.
Dude, it's so cool.
Oh. So kind of like a barcode or something.
No. So individual like
Whoa.
things with
What? There's binary in here.
These are
Yeah.
codes that were encoded on the parachute.
Let me
Uh,
actually send that Twitter link.
Yeah.
That guy explains it way better. Actually, like it is what it is.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, they had different. I don't know if it's hexadecimal or binary. They had certain codes that were all over the parachute. So when it landed, so if somebody ever recovered the parachute, it would say some stuff. The outer ring
Check it out.
are the I guess the Earth coordinates for where the laboratory was that created I guess that rover.
Oh, interesting.
Jet
JPL.
Propulsion Laboratories or something like that.
Okay, check that. So the reds and whites. So the reds are 1 and the whites are 0. The outer circle is the coordinates for.
Whoa.
Okay, you'll see it. Check the picture that guy shares, like with the diagram.
Yeah.
Cool, right?
Very cool.
Uh-huh.
I mean, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
They're not demanding fluoride or anything, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, fluoride. Yeah. So my memory is a bit whatever, but still though, you can if you ever see patterns like that, look into it.
Yeah. Cryptography is kind of cool, like doing stuff,
Oh yeah.
hiding stuff. There was this Discord server I'm in, and they were talking about this virus, or was it on Slack? No. It was on Discord, and they basically have the ASCII
Hey.
translation
Yeah.
of the script in an image. So if you so the thing is, it's a package, and the package is like Microsoft Defender or like Flash, right? If you download the package, open the package, it opens up an image, right? The image is nothing but like a single white bar, and inside
But
the image,
it's
once
numbers inside.
okay, yeah, the image has actually like data. It offloads on your PC or like laptop.
People
It's
do that in
insane.
like government espionage as a crypto communication.
True.
Where they like it used to be like messages in trash cans or some shit like that, but now it's exactly that. It's just like messages hidden in a regular image, like just some like little pixels at the bottom will spell something out, you know?
Yeah, it's insane because then it like translates. So once you open the image, it offloads the ASCII into like the script, and then that stays on your computer.
And
it's cool as fuck, honestly.
Honestly, just like imagine every single Bernie sitting meme had that. Nobody knows that's how it started.
Shit.
Just put that little dot and pew, spreads like
In the
wild.
metadata, yeah, you could
I'm
definitely
serious,
fuck
like-
with people.
Imagine.
You guys
like,
remember what's the fucking
real
the
quick,
insect, the cicada?
Before we get too deep, how's everyone feel about doing starting the node stuff and the express stuff next week?
Real good.
Okay, cool. Now that we have that little buffer. Okay. Anyway, the bug. That was it. I'll probably stop recording here.